All right, we're group 7. We
The
chose
best group.
Huh?
The best group.
Yeah, the best group, of course.
Yeah.
And we chose red wine quality. So, starting off the code, here in the first cell, we start importing the libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplot. And in the next code, we started reading the .csv files, and we can see like the first few information of the data. And then next, we use red code to get the information and just basically plot all our information and data. It just gives an idea what we're working with. And in the next, we began labeling the quality of a wine to binary code as 1 and 0, based on whether it's above a 6 or below a 6. Above a 6 being labeled as 1, which is considered to be good, and below a 6 is labeled as 0, which is no bueno, no good. And next is a scatter plot. Okay. The scatter plot shows a correlation of the red data frame and the hue of good or bad. And next, this heat map is similar to the correlation of the scatter plot, and it's just basically the same thing, but instead of heat map.
Yeah, and you can also see it like the correlation on the bottom right here. Yeah, just want to add that in.
Oh yeah, good, bad. And then, next, this code chooses the column interest, and in this case, we decided to do all the columns. And in here in this code, we decided to change the column interest data to standard units. And in the next code, we took the standard units from the data frame, and we were taking this and we were putting it into the new data frame data _su.
Okay. After we do that, we take a random sample of the code and divide it out to our training set and our test set, and then we print the number of rows that we have in each set. Following that, we separate out the features for the various and the responsible variables in the training sets and the test sets, and we store them under xtrain, ytrain, xtest, and ytest. We then transpose and stack the rows of ones vertically for the xtrain and xtest variables for the purposes of fixation, and then we define theta as an array of zeros, followed by implementing the gradient descent algorithm, and we utilize a loop to do that. We follow that up by testing the model on the training set and comparing our predicted and actual results in the 4JN range of mtrain if else loop. We then test the model on the test set utilizing similar code with different variables. After that, we plot it in a cost function versus the number of iteration, and we show that as a graph. Following that, we create a model evaluation of the training set, which we then follow up with a model evaluation of the test set so that we can get information from that. And then we print the first 5 rows of the data frame again. We then assign the feature columns to be the variable named x and assign the response variable columns to be the variable named y, and then we print them out. Following that, we use feature scaling for the feature columns. Then we split the dataset into training and test. Following that, we then create the training we then train the model based on the X train and Y train and get the coefficients and intercept. After that, we test the model on the training set. Following that, we test the model on the test set. Then we do model evaluation on the training set and model evaluation on the test set.
Right, and I think it's my turn now. And basically, with the training sets in that set, right, we now have this where we can like plug in our prediction using the prediction formula right here, and also like this where we got the values actually from up. It's been up, yeah. Give me 1 second. Actually, from right here, they're a bit different since I reran the code, but they're still around the same area. So moving back though, where are we at? Yeah. So then after that, we use the prediction formula, figure that out if it's above 0.5, it'll be good. If it's below 0.5, it'll be bad, which we tested right here. After that, we plug in our values into the predictor CSV, which allows like users to input their own values and test it, right? Which in turn will also allow us to which will allow us to concat our data SU with data update, right? Which will allow us to like add more data to our thing, making it more accurate later on if we add enough to it. So, and then after that, we have the model build, which is just doing all the training, all that again, just to show, and then showcasing the precision, the recall, the FL support, and the accuracy, macro average, and weighted average. And as you can see right here, I don't know what you can see actually. As you can see here, actually, it showcases that we actually did implement those rows, since it would be 1599, but now it's 1604, so it did indeed work. But yeah, that's been our project, and I thank you for joining us. And have a great day. This has been us.
Group 7 is the best.
Yeah, give us a 100, please. I need it. Okay, well now that showcases like how-to portion of our code, but I think what I need to talk about now is the project management, as in who did what, and also what's it called? Problems we were not able to solve very well. I think the first one I'll go over is the roles. For me, I was the main coder because collaborating on coding is kind of hard when we're all like have separate schedules and everything like that. So I would be the main coder. Then after that, and I would do most of the coding. But if I ever had an error and I didn't know what to do, I would go to ask the assistant coder, Kayla. Kayla would frequently help me with errors. If I had an error, I would go to Kayla and ask her basically, what do you think is wrong with this? Any way to fix this, right? So that's basically what we did for that. And now for Joe, Joe didn't really do much for the coding. However, his role was more towards the video editing. Since we messed up making the video a lot of times, and that could have taken a lot of time, but he was able to edit those mistakes out. And with that, and those are the roles, I guess. And now problems we weren't able to do. I don't think there were that many problems we weren't able to do. There was one problem we struggled a lot on, which would be the part where we had to like write. Sorry, I'm pulling it up. It would be right here where it's the concat, right? At first we tried to do the merge thing, but merging didn't work very well, so I had to go ask the teacher for that. But eventually we did get it. But overall, that was the toughest part of this entire project, just figuring out how to do the concat with the concat of like data SU and data update. But overall, I think we did pretty okay.